Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing a makeup tutorial with this new Hard Candy eyeshadow palette. This is the Rose Gold palette, and I do use one shade out of their Pro Matte palette as well. So I'm gonna be using these two palettes today to create this makeup look. These palettes are definitely growing on me. Like, I'm starting to fall in love with these. I know that the shimmery shades are a little, difficult to work with at times, and some of the matte shades can have fallout, but overall I think that both of these palettes are really great palettes for $10. First, I'm going to be going in the crease with this shade here, and my Morphe M433, and I'm just going to blend that color in the crease. And I just wanted to wait to do my foundation after I do my eyeshadow, just because this palette does tend to have some fallout. And I'm not gonna worry too much about this edge out here. If it gets too far out, that's fine, because I'm gonna go back at the end and clean the edge up with a makeup remover wipe. Then unfortunately with this palette, it doesn't have a dark matte brown. So I'm gonna be going in with the other Hard Candy palette, the matte one. And I'm gonna be going in with the shade down here at the bottom. And I'm just using my Morphe E18 to blend that in the outer V. I'm just putting it here on the last part of the lid. See, it's like today, using this dark color, I'm not having as much fallout with it. Of course, the day that I'm gonna do my foundation afterwards, it wouldn't have that much fallout. And I'm just taking it into about right here. Then I'm just going back with that same color that I used in the crease, and I'm just gonna blend the edge of that dark brown. I'm actually gonna pat just a little bit more of that dark brown over here in this eye. I'm just putting that on my Sigma concealer brush, just really packing it on there. Tap a little bit of the excess off, and then I'm just gonna mist this brush with the MAC Fix Plus. Then I'm just gonna pat that color on the front part of the eyelid, just taking it up to the crease. And then I'm just doing that same technique here on this eye. Might actually try to use my finger. Actually, that seems like that works pretty good too. So maybe with some of these shimmery shades, you could probably get away with using your finger to apply them. Because this one, like I said, this bronze color, this dark brown, it doesn't have the same kind of chunkiness to it as some of the other like shimmery colors do. And I'm just going in with like a clean blending brush, and I'm gonna blend the edge of that color out right in here, because it kind of got a little like too sharp. Like the edge needs to be blended out a little bit. It's too defined. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the matte black and my Morphe E36, and I'm gonna work that here in the outer V. Just a little bit of that. Now we'll go back and blend that out, so just trying to get the shape of the outer V at first. Then I'm going back in with the matte palette and getting that dark brown, and I'm just gonna kind of pat it in between that black and the brown shimmery color. And then I'm going back in with the matte dark brown in the matte palette, And I'm also gonna blend that color here in the outer V to blend that black out. I do feel like these matte colors blend so good together. Then I'm going back with the crease color again, that warm brown, and just blending at the top of the crease. Then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of this kind of rose gold color, this copper color. Hopefully this is not gonna be a mistake. I'm just gonna try to tap a little bit of that in the middle of the lid with my finger. I like that. I like that popped in the middle of the lid. Hopefully that stayed in focus. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and clean up the edge of this eyeshadow. It's kind of like my little trick to get away from like shadow shields or tape. It's just easier for me. And you can just get it the way that you want it. So now I'm just going in with my Physicians Formula Eye Booster pen in deep brown. I'm sorry if my camera goes out of focus at all. I feel like sometimes it went to focus on the pen and stuff, so. Okay, now I'm gonna zoom you guys out a little bit because I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation and concealer and all that good stuff. So first I'm gonna go ahead and prime. I feel like my camera's looking a little dark. So then I'm just going in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer, the dewy one that I picked up the other day and showed in my haul video. This is the first time that I have put this on my face. Feels very moisturizing. This is another one of those primers that reminds me of the Becca Backlight Priming Filter as well, because it has that luminous finish to it. Very similar to that Physicians Formula one. Huh. Very surprised about that. I didn't think it looked too super luminous. Man, I wish I would have done my dupe video on this one because I feel like this might be even closer to the Becca Backlight Priming Filter because the color seems similar to it. So yeah, I mean, pick this one up. This was even cheaper than the Physicians Formula, but it doesn't have quite 1 fluid ounce. It just has 0.84 fluid ounces. So it's a little shy of a fluid ounce, but not that much. I don't remember how much I paid for this, but I know it was less than the Physicians Formula one. But yeah, that's really nice. Really, really nice. Okay. It's a lot more luminous than I thought it was. Feels really nice on the skin. Really pretty. What foundation do I want to use today? Oh, let's use this. No, not that. I'm gonna go in with my Revlon ColorStay foundation in shade 150 Buff. It's been a minute since I've used this and I totally forgot to dampen my makeup sponge. So let me do that and I will come back. Okay, and then just gonna blend that out. I'm actually starting to really like these hard candy palettes. I mean, this was the second time that I had used them. The first time was in my Chatty Get Ready With Me from the other day. And I was kind of unsure how I felt about those palettes then. This look is so pretty and I feel like the look I did in my Chatty Get Ready With Me was really pretty too. And I like the color selection. I kind of feel like the matte one is also a must with that rose gold palette, just because that rose gold one, it doesn't have a whole lot of matte shades in there. So I think those palettes pair really nice together. And I know that they also had some baked eyeshadows. Have any of you guys like gotten the baked eyeshadows from them? And if you have, like, do you like those? Because I like all their baked, you know, highlighters and blushes and stuff like that. So maybe their baked eyeshadows are really good too. So you guys will have to let me know. If those are good, maybe I'll pick those up too. I feel like that primer looks really pretty underneath the Revlon ColorStay. Like it gives it a really nice luminous finish because the Revlon ColorStay is more of like a semi-matte sort of finish, so it doesn't have a whole lot of shine to it. I need to get right in here where my nose is. I always have that little dent right there, and sometimes it's so hard to get foundation in there. Okay, and then for my concealer, I'm just going in with the mix of the Maybelline Superstay and this L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow concealer. Just do 4 dots of that. And then 2 dots of the L'Oreal Pro Glow, Infallible Pro Glow concealer. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and blend that out. Yeah, I'm in love with this eye look. Sometimes things don't really start coming together until you get your foundation and start finishing the rest of your makeup. It's hard to tell, you know, when you just have like your eye makeup done and no foundation or anything. Okay, let's see here. And then to set this foundation and my under eye concealer, I'm gonna go in with this Milani Radiant loose setting powder. We're gonna try this again. I'm still trying to decide if I like this as a setting powder or not, just because it is so like radiant. So just gonna lightly use that to set this. Yeah, I just love the finish of that. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in, I'm just using my Morphe M438 brush, and I just got a little bit more of that setting powder, and I'm gonna use that to set underneath my under eyes here. I'm just going in with that shade and the Morphe M213. And I'm just gonna smudge this on the lower lash line at first. Then I'm going in with some of the dark brown. And then I'm just going in with my Sigma Pencil E30 brush, nothing on it, and I'm just kind of blending the edges of that out. Then I'm just going in with some of that matte black. Just pinning it, just smudging it out here on the just outer part of the lower lash line. I'm just going back in with the pencil brush and just blending that out. Then for the inner corner, I'm just super curious about this shade right here. Then I just put some of that shade on this Real Techniques detailer brush, and I'm just gonna mist it with my MAC Fix Plus. And then I'm just gonna put that here in the inner corner. That shade is super chunky in that palette, like it has chunky glitter, so you definitely want to use the Fix Plus with that color. And actually, I'm not sure how much I like that in the inner corner, so I'm gonna go in with some of that kind of peachy well, no. I'm gonna go in with some of the bronze, the copper color, and just put that on top. Because it's just not the right, it's too bright and white. Doesn't look right. Okay, I feel like I totally screwed my eyes up. Okay, I'm just gonna try to blend that out because I'm not sure if I like that. I'm just gonna try to clean that up because I don't really like that here on the lower lash line area. I'm just gonna try to mimic that same thing over here. Then for my mascara, I'm just gonna go in with several coats of this Wet n Wild Lash Renegade. I'm just going in with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Bronze It in light to bronze. And I actually went in with a mix for my mascara. I went in with the Lash Renegade and the CoverGirl, the Supersizer mascara. Still been loving this bronzer. I can't put it down. And then I'm just going in with my Morphe R2 and I'm just gonna bronze up around my hairline. I forgot to mention too that those hard candy eyeshadow palettes, like on the inside at the top, they have little mirrors. I totally forgot to mention that in my haul video. Not that that probably matters too much, but if you're one of those people that you like mirrors on your palettes, it also has a mirror up there. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of bronzer here on my jawline and also down here on my neck. And then let's see, for my blush, I think I'm gonna go in, I wanna use one of the hard candy blushes again. I don't know if I wanna go in with Party Girl or Girl Next Door or Party Girl today. I'm thinking I might just go in with Party Girl because this look, you know, I think this would go good with it. I mean, the other one would be pretty with it too, but dab some of the excess off. I'm just gonna lightly put that on my cheeks. Yeah, it's a really nice warm color as a blush. I'm just gonna blend that out. It does go really good with this eye look because it kind of brings out the warm colors, like in the crease and that coppery color on the lid that I put on the center of the lid. Okay, and today I think I'm gonna try out this Wet n Wild MegaGlo highlighter in Blossom Glow. And trying to figure out what brush. I think I'm gonna apply it with my Morphe M510. And this highlight is pretty intense, so I'm just gonna go in lightly with it at first. I already feel like my cheekbones have somewhat of a glow. Probably from the setting powder and everything. I'm gonna be super glowy today. But yeah, it is pretty. I do like this highlight. I am glad that I picked it up. It's not too like dark or anything. I mean, it does kind of have like a little bit of a pink undertone to it, but it's not too dark on me. And then for my lips, I'm gonna go in again with this Cashmere Silk by Hard Candy. I actually have been really enjoying this. I think I'm just gonna line my lips with a different lip liner today. I'm gonna line my lips with this lip liner in Innocence by Rimmel. That lip liner is just a very light nude. Might be a little too light for this lip color, I'm not sure. Yeah, it is a little light, but I think it goes okay. Okay, and then the last step to this look, I'm just gonna mist my face with my Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. Then I'm just gonna let that dry. I'm gonna look extra dewy today. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this tutorial of me using these two Wet n Wild, I'm so used to doing Wet n Wild tutorials. These two Hard Candy eyeshadow palettes. If you would like to see some more tutorials with these, please let me know down in the comments. Thank you so much for watching today. I hope that you all have a great day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye-bye. Mwah.